Provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
And we thank you again for joining us. We are here on RioSportsLive.com, and thanks for joining us for our broadcast. This is the regional semifinal. It'll be the Edinburg Vela Sabercats taking on the Westlake Chaparrals. Again, thanks for joining us. Had a little audio issue there on the pregame show, but I think we're good to go. We are sharing the booth tonight with the Edinburg Vela offensive coordinators, I believe it is, but you won't be hearing them. I've got the condensed mics turned in the right direction, and so they may throw something at me before this is said and done. But we, again, thank you for joining us for the broadcast, and we don't mind sharing the booth because I saw what they were going to try to put all those coaches in, and that just was not going to work. Last year, these two teams came in colliding as both unbeatens, and that was Westlake with the victory, and a resounding victory, a game in which the Edinburg Vela Sabercats circled as, okay, we know what to expect now in this round 3 at the Class 6 level. And they have been teeing it up week in, week out, preparing, getting set, and ready to roll the dice here in this game at Buccaneer Stadium in Corpus Christi on a Friday night. Westlake, of course, comes in, another vaunted big football team. They dressed out 116 kids, but again, it comes down to 11 on the football field. And yes, when you dress 116, I don't care if you use 0, double 0, you're going to end up with multiple numbers. We've got 2 15s, 2 10s, 2 20s, 2 30s. You go right down the line. But again, it comes down to 11 on 11 and playmakers. I've been involved in broadcasting games like this in which one team is a heavy favorite, and I've been in games in which the underdog has figured out a way to win. In football, it comes down to execution, and in some cases it comes down to a couple of turnovers. If this Edinburg Vela team can come out here and put together an effort, knock out the football, get it loose a couple of times, they're going to have some opportunities. Their offense has certainly shown the ability to score this season. Their defense has gotten a lot better, and I mean a lot better from last year's squad. Westlake, no secret about it. They've got weapons up and down the field. Their quarterback, Taylor Anderson, is lights out good. They've got players that they can go to, and they've got depth. And their defenders are big, and they can get to the ball in a hurry. I'm not sure they can get to the ball with the speed that what the fans will be watching down in San Benito, and we're talking about the Converse Judson and the Rockets. But this Westlake team, nonetheless, will present some issues that I'm certain this Vela team saw on film and has worked on to get ready for this game. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set. We're still about 23 minutes before the opening kickoff from Buccaneer Stadium in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is regional semifinal action. This is Vela taking on Westlake. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Ladies, does your man need to lose weight, gain muscle mass, or increase his stamina and endurance? Has he been procrastinating about going to the doctor? Is he having health issues like obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or poor blood circulation? Alpha Men's Primary Care is the answer. Call today and learn how they can help your man increase his stamina and endurance. Start living a healthier lifestyle and feeling younger. Call Alpha Men's Primary Care today. A family practice for men, by men.
Before you have time to worry,
We'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, we believe in straight talk, fair prices, and providing premium service before and after the sale, and we'll always work to earn your trust in business. Come see us at Boswell Elliott Ford, San Benito, here for generations.
McAllen Nuts and Bolts, RGV owned since 1981, at the same location for over 35 years, by the old railroad tracks on Old 83 on 23rd Street. Your leading local industrial supplier with the largest inventory of all fasteners, nuts, bolts, screws, washers, GR8 stainless for municipalities, county, contractors, steel erectors, and do-it-yourselfers. Offering the best quality with the top-of-the-line name brand products. Over-the-counter attention where everyone gets taken care of, one person at a time. Valley-wide delivery, supporter of RGV high schools and athletes. McAllen Nuts and Bolts.
Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday ad. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest. The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and that's an empty field right now with the exception of right there. You have the Westlake cheerleaders that are out there along the visitors' side at Buccaneer Stadium. And here on this side, the Vela cheerleaders are lined up from about the 27-yard line across to the 30. And so they are here. The fans were rolling in here early on, and it's a decided heavy favorite for the Vela SaberCats as far as the fan base goes here in this football game. And like I told you, my friends, I've been here enough now that I've seen enough of these round 3 games. That's a tradition that the teams in the third round, coming from the San Antonio area, coming from the Austin Westlake, come in with a high degree of confidence that they're going to make it through this football game. And so we do welcome all of the fans that didn't make the trip to watch your team here on RioSportsLive.com. But I'm telling you, there's a huge Vela fan base that made the trip. We want to say thank you to Maida Davila and the Vela Football Boosters for assisting us in this broadcast. Want to give a shout-out to Cordone's Restaurant. It's got our game on tonight. And we want to send a shout-out to the Taste of Chicago back in Edinburg, Cordone's Restaurant, watching the game. Gene and Chrissy Hansen want to send a shout-out there, and to the Barbosa family, who are also tuning in to the game. We thank all the fans that are joining us for our broadcast live on YouTube here with this one. Our other game also is on YouTube, which is the San Benito Greyhounds taking on Converse Judson. And we also have that on our Facebook going live as well. We chose that one as we will be going back and forth on which games we'll have live on our Facebook at the same time as we have YouTube. For those fans that are interested, tomorrow we will have the presentation of the La Feria Lions right back here on this stadium, and we'll have that game live for you. Kickoff is set for 2 o'clock as they take on Lavernia. The other 3 games are at the Dome featuring teams in our area, and that is the Westlake team and then the Hanna and the Mission Vets teams also being on that same field. We applied for those rights. We weren't granted the rights through Fox Sports. We tried, and we'll try again next week if someone wins to move forward. But the rights get a little more difficult to pick up. And when we're awarded the rights, that means we're awarded the rights with a price tag. In other words, we have to come up with a $1,000 check just to walk into this press box, my friends. And we do thank the advertisers that you see that are assisting us in broadcasting this game and being able to bring this live to you out wherever you may be. As you're watching this game on our YouTube, give us a shout out where you may be watching the game from. Again, we've got the San Benito game going on. We've got this one going on. Kind of had a little competition there with Doug Robinson. I said, I think I'm going to have more views than you. He said, no way. San Benito fan base has got a bunch. Well, right now I'm looking. They've got nearly 800 people that are watching that game. We're setting at 453, so pass the word. I don't want to get a bragging thing going on where Doug Robinson gets me. Up here, Vela Sabercats again came into this game last year unbeaten. They come into this game unbeaten. Football team had a year to grow up. The players that were in this game, I talked to the coaches, and they did indeed. It was expected that they would look at this football game from a little different perspective, and that is that you've been here before at the Class 6 level. Again, remember, fans, this Vela team is still a young football program, and they've made some quantum leaps as far as attaining round 3 status and getting into the playoffs on a regular basis. And now this is the second time they come up here to round 3 at Class 6. They're taking on the same team they played last year. Does that help? Perhaps it does. You're looking at players that in some cases you saw last year. In other cases, it's all about, it's a new season and a new football game. All I know, 11-11, back-to-back seasons, unbeaten for this Vela Sabercat is nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to joke about. That's a real number, and these kids have put a tremendous performance on just to get to this ball game. Westlake last year got so close. They only were beaten by the eventual state champion. They knocked off Cibolo Steel after beating this Vela team. They lost early this season. They, too, have put their sights on big, lofty goals such as a state championship. We'll see what happens. 15 minutes on the clock. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set. We're getting closer to kickoff from Buccaneer Stadium in Corpus Christi. This is the Vela Sabercats taking on the Westlake Chaparrals, and this is RealSportsLive.com.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
Quito and Letty Signs, owners of the Farm and Ranch Store in San Isidro, find banking with Florida Fagan and First Community Bank in McAllen a perfect fit.
Make FCB your bank.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
School football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, our service department is top-notch. We have the expertise to service any brand at a price that will make you smile. BoswellElliotFord.com in San Benito. Here for generations.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, and we're getting closer to kickoff as we have more personnel now on the football field. School songs are now being played. 13 minutes on the clock as we get set for the opening kickoff of this regional semifinal game between Austin Westlake and the Edinburg Vela Sabercats. Tomorrow we are broadcasting as the LaFeria Lions have made it to round 3 to take on Lavernia. And then we'll just have to see who wins as far as getting into next week's broadcast games. I know basketball fans are asking me, hey, why aren't you at some of these tournaments? Well, after we had to get the rights to these and get that $1,000 range met, we had to get out here to these ball games. So we are here covering the Edinburg Vela Sabercats. I do thank Doug Robinson and Mr. Albert Pena for bringing us the broadcast tonight from the San Benito area. And my wife is up here with me. We're sharing the booth with the coaches for Edinburg Vela. I promised them the microphone wouldn't pick them up, as I've never been in a booth yet that coaches aren't at least eager to say something as the broadcast is going on. So I don't think you'll hear them, but we'll take a break. We'll try to get our camera set up as well. Back after this. This is Real Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Phil and Mary Alice Oxford decided to build a new Palm Valley gymnastics and dance, Ricky Leal at First Community Bank provided easy and affordable financing.
Make FCB your bank.
Ladies, does your man need to lose weight, gain muscle mass, or increase his stamina and endurance? Has he been procrastinating about going to the doctor? Is he having health issues like obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or poor blood circulation? Alpha Men's Primary Care is the answer. Call today and learn how they can help your man increase his stamina and endurance. Start living a healthier lifestyle and feeling younger. Call Alpha Men's Primary Care today. A family practice for men, by men.
Football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Friday high school football over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jim Tipton and son Nick at Tipton Auto Group wanted to add a new Hyundai dealership, Walter Pocket and First Community Bank had the perfect financing solution.
Make FCB your bank.
Fans, we want to take this time to thank Alamo Ironworks for helping sponsor this broadcast. Alamo Ironworks for all your industrial steel needs, industrial supplies, steel products, and fabrications. Alamo Ironworks on the Expressway in Edinburg, Texas.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
McDonald's owner Anna O'Quinn found Walter Pocket, the financing, and complete range of banking services at First Community Bank to be the perfect combo.
Make FCB your bank.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, we believe in straight talk, fair prices, and providing premium service before and after the sale, and we'll always work to earn your trust in business. Come see us at Boswell Elliott Ford, San Benito, here for generations.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Dr. Armando Salazar decided to build new dental offices in Port Isabel, John Reed at First Community Bank had the perfect financing options.
Make FCB your bank.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
What's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, our service department is top-notch. We have the expertise to service any brand at a price that will make you smile. BoswellElliottFord.com in San Benito. Here for generations.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB.
Back here again, my friends, as we are set to go. The coin toss has occurred. Sabercats will have their hands on the football to start this ball game as the Westlake Chaparrals deferred. And so the Sabercats offense will make their way onto the field first, and they'll be returning the opening kickoff. 12 minutes on the clock. Again, a big crowd on hand on the Vela side, a huge crowd, nearly filling the entire side here at Buccaneer Stadium. I've been here broadcasting many a game through the years, and this is as big a crowd. This is close to what I used to see the Harlingen crowds when they would come up here in some of their big games. We want again to send a shout out to all the fans at Cordone's Restaurant that are watching this game live. Taste of Chicago in Edinburg. Being a St. Louis fan, I always have to hesitate when I go for those Cub fans. But hey, we do thank Cordone's for having us on the big screen TV for the fans to watch. Vela sends 2 men back to return this kick. Chaparrals tee it up at the 40-yard line, and the regional semifinal is officially underway. High kickoff, a deep kick that goes into and out of the end zone. That's wind aided, my friends, as that wind is blowing on a wide margin right out of that south end zone. Kicker Gabriel Lozano put that as deep in the end zone as you want to with the wind at his back. Sabercats offense on the field for the first time tonight. Quarterback Anthony Sotelo lines up with a single back on his backside. 2 receivers right, twins out to the left-hand side on the first play from scrimmage for the Sabercats. Sotelo drops back, swings a quick pass right-hand side. It's going to be dropped incomplete in the direction of Justin Cantu. And an incomplete pass as they immediately went for a short, quick hitter. And it looked as if that was going to be covered quickly. Nonetheless, as out there making the play was Leo Lowen to kind of blow that play up. 2nd down and 10 for the Sabercats, just underway here in the first quarter of play. First possession of the game, 11:56 and counting on the snap. Sotelo drops back, rolls out, hands the ball off, running play up the middle, out across the 30-yard line to about the 31. That's a 5-yard gain for Christian Flores. I was talking to some coaches earlier this week about when you get to this round 3, that'll be a 6-yard gain, by the way, for Flores. When you get to this round 3, a lot of times you have to be content that a play that would have busted you 15 or 20 yards coming into this round is a 5 or 6 yard gain here, and that's good enough. You can still move the chains with a couple of those each set of downs. 3rd down and 4. Sotelo hands it off. Running play out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. That's a first down. Running hard that time for the Sabercats and getting that first down is Aaron Alvarez, and that'll move the chains for the Sabercats. Alvarez on a nice carry. First down for the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela. 11 minutes on the clock. Here in the first quarter of play, first possession for either team. Sotelo keeps 2 backs to his right side. High snap. He takes it, runs with it, gets some room, got out across the 42-yard line. That was near disaster. Sotelo managed to juggle the football over the head of the tailback back there with him. Ends up gaining 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela. 10:31 to go in this first quarter of play. Vela in the blue uniforms with the black trim. They're coming out of the north, heading south into a stiff wind. Started this drive with a pass play. Have run it the next 3. On 2nd and 6, the defense shifts as Sotelo calls out the play, and then here comes the penalty flags. Looked like when the defense shifted, the offense jumped. That'll be the first penalty of the game. It'll be a 5-yard variety against the SaberCats. That's the indication. Stops the clock with 10:11 to go. So instead of 2nd and 6, they'll march it back 5 yards, bring it down 2nd and 11 for the Vela SaberCats. On that 2nd and 6, you had some options there. Now on 2nd and long, do you have to open up the playbook a little further on this play for the SaberCats? Sotelo keeps 2 backs to his left-hand side. On 2nd and 11. Takes it, drops back, swings a pass left side, nearly picked off, incomplete. Right into and out of the hands, jumping that route was Doak Wilson. Had he made that connection, he was off to the races. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd and long. It's just a timing pattern where Sotelo takes it, expects the receiver to be in that vicinity, but in that case, the defender was right there. Dropped the gift-wrapped interception, and it's 3rd and long. 9:51, the clock stops. Sotelo out of a shotgun on 3rd down. Drops back to throw. Here comes some pressure, gets rid of the ball. That's going to be dropped. Would have been a 1st down, looking at Daniel Enriquez right through his hands. And an incomplete pass brings up punting time for the SaberCats. And you go back and look at that. I was even talking to my wife before this, that you got to play near letter perfect football when you get to this level. If you're trying to knock off these teams that are coming in with these lofty expectations of a state championship. That one you go back to. That was there. That play was there. Sage Luther drops back to return the kick for Westlake. Punting situation for the SaberCats of Vela. Good snap. Punt is away. Low. Takes a bounce for the SaberCats inside the 30. Picked up there, and immediately the SaberCats are there to cover that. Nothing on the return. Stops the clock with 9:37 to go, and here comes the Westlake offense for the first time on the day. You couldn't script that any better for the SaberCats as far as covering a punt. And with 9:37 to go here in the first quarter play, here comes the Westlake offense. Taylor Anderson will run the show. And they have multiple weapons back there that can do some big things in a hurry. Running play goes nowhere on 1st down. Rick Kelly back there on the carry. That's a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Chaparrals of Austin Westlake. SaberCats getting personnel off the field. Anderson takes a snap. Hands are going to keep it. Runs out of the pocket. Fumbles the football. He got back on it. SaberCats nearly recovered that. A near disaster for Taylor Anderson. He'll lose several on the play. Back inside the 20-yard line. That's a loss of every bit of 9. And 3rd and a bunch coming up for Austin Westlake. Anderson out of a shotgun. Long count. Drops back to throw. Has some time this time. Scans the field. Gonna run. Tries to get to the left-hand side across the 20. Makes a man miss at the 25 and then hit out of bounds at the 31. So the SaberCat defense forces a 3-and-out on the first possession of this game. 8:28 to go, and the roar of the SaberCat fans can be heard even through the glass and closed windows that we're here. And the more they can make plays, the more they can stay in this game, the louder they'll get. Punting time for Westlake. SaberCats should get good field position out of this exchange. Man standing back at the 40-yard line, and before the punt, a timeout is called. SaberCats want to talk it over. Scoreless game, 8:28 to go in the first. Back after this.
Ladies, does your man need to lose weight, gain muscle mass, or increase his stamina and endurance? Has he been procrastinating about going to the doctor? Is he having health issues like obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or poor blood circulation? Alpha Men's Primary Care is the answer. Call today and learn how they can help your man increase his stamina and endurance. Start living a healthier lifestyle and feeling younger. Call Alpha Men's Primary Care today. A family practice for men, by men.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, my wife at the cameras, we get set for the punt here. Austin Westlake will drop back inside the 15-yard line to receive this snap on this punt. Edinburg Vela should get good field position out of this. Punt is away. It's a nice punt out inside the 40-yard line. Fielded there and then covered quickly by the Chaparrals. Sabercats will start inside their 40 at their own 37-yard line, and that's right about where the drive stopped. First time that Edinburg Vela had the football. 3-0 the score as Judson goes on top in San Benito. Here in this one, we're scoreless with 8:20 to go. Each team's had the ball once. And right now, Vela with 19 yards of offense compared to -6 for Austin Westlake. First down play for the Sabercats, and Anthony Sotelo takes it, hands it off, running play left-hand side, and that's going to be maybe a yard gain. You can see 4 defenders get out there on that outside. And a gain of 1 for Alvarez on his second carry of the night. 2nd and 9 for the Sabercats. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Sabercats bringing in personnel from the sidelines. Trying to mix and match players up. Give some different varied looks to this Westlake team. 2nd down. They marked that better than the 1-yard gain. They marked that for about a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and 7 for the Sabercats. Sotelo hands it off. This is off right guard out across the 40-yard line. Gain of maybe a yard and a half. Kevin McKinney on the carry. And it brings up 3rd down. 7:13 remaining. Got to get it across the 47-yard line for the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela. They'll line up with 2 receivers on the right-hand side for Anthony Sotelo. Keep a single back in the backfield this time. On this 3rd down play, 3rd and 5 for Edinburg Vela. Sotelo drops back to throw. Over the middle, got a man. 1st down outside the 50 into Chaparral territory to the 45. That's a 1st down for the Sabercats. Good pitch and catch that time to Justin Cantu. First completion of the game for Anthony Sotelo. Sabercats operating in Westlake territory. A year ago, it was 56-3 at halftime. The Chaparrals just came out, took control of the game, and walked off of here with an easy victory. 1st down now for Sotelo and the Sabercats. 2 backs in the backfield. Sotelo out of a shotgun. Single receiver right side. Receiver out to the right as well. Another one to the left. They'll run the option on the read. Running play up across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. Another carry for Aaron Alvarez. And a nice job by Alvarez just taking that handoff, understanding the play, running down to where he knew the hole was going to be, and then making that cut upfield. 2nd down play with 5:53 left here in the first quarter of play. Sabercats had the ball to start this ball game. Ended up punting, and then the defense for the Sabercats ended up getting a 3 and out. Sotelo takes a snap, hands it off. Running play right-hand side. Hit hard, and down goes McKinney. That'll be a gain of about a yard and a half. 3rd down coming up. It's now 10-0 Judson over San Benito. Didn't take long to put a touchdown on for the Rockets after getting that early field goal. 5:06 to go here in this first quarter of play. Sabercats on a 3rd and long. Got to get it inside the 36 or the 35-yard line near the 34 to get a first down on this play. They're showing a blitz up the middle, and here they come. So they pick it up. Now they blow the play dead. Chaparrals were bringing the house from the right side that time defensively. And with 4:51 to go in the quarter, the whistle blows. Who will this be against? That's a false start against the SaberCats. Second penalty of the game, 4:51 to go. And from 3rd and 6, it'll go 3rd and 11. This is where the drive stopped as far as down and distance. It was the 3rd and 11. SaberCats had a pass play that the ball was in the hands of the receiver, could have got a first down on their first possession. Here on 3rd down, it's nearer 12 yards to go. Sotelo, one back in the backfield. Twins left and right from the right hash mark on this 3rd down play. A lot of movement again. SaberCats jump the route. Another offsides call. As a receiver, you know you're either going to get jammed or you know you're going to have to go up against some speed. And in this case, man out there in the slot got a little extra jump on that ball. Ozzie Garcia whistle for the foul. Another 5-yard penalty back inside the 50-yard line for the SaberCats offense. Got to get it to right at the, you get it to the 34-yard line of Westlake, you got a first down. Sotelo drops back to throw. Has time, now here comes some pressure, and down he goes. From the backside, coming in to make that play for the Chaparrals. Big number 91, that's David Neal. And a loss back to the 44-yard line. Punting time for the Vela SaberCats. So the SaberCats defense will hope the punting team can push the Chaparrals back deep in their own territory. Back to return this punt is Sage Luther. On 4th down, 3:39 to go, a good snap. Punter will get the kick away. Another low kick, takes a SaberCat roll inside the 30, inside the 25. A nice roll inside the 15, all the way down to the 12.5-yard line. SaberCats trying to push that a little further. Chaparrals take over. Second time their offense hits the field. 3:25 left here in this first quarter of play. And we'll see what Taylor Anderson and company have up their sleeve this time down. Last time, -6 yards. A big part of that was because of a errant snap that Anderson was fortunate to drop on. Anderson on a first down play. Single back in the backfield. Runs the option, swings a pass out in the right-hand side. Across the 10. Man runs into his own man. Out across the 10, out of bounds. Nice hit delivered that time by the SaberCats. Catch was made by Brandon Nihar. Two-yard gain, 2nd and 8 coming up. Anderson drops back, hands it off. Running play right-hand side, out across the 20. Running hard across the 25-yard line. That's a first down for Ricky Kelly. He carried a couple guys with him on that play. Chains will move for Westlake. 2:47 to go here in the first quarter of play. Anderson looks to the sideline. Spreads the field with a 4-receiver set. Kelly stands to his left-hand side. On first down, Anderson drops back to throw. Over the middle, in behind his man, incomplete. In the direction of Najer again. And it brings up 2nd and 10. You can see some of those defenders up front for the SaberCats are battling hard, pushing those big linemen backwards that time, and it caught the attention of Anderson as he was watching his left tackle that time get stood up and get pushed back in a pretty big way. Hands the ball off to Kelly. Hit. Down he goes. And the football comes loose. I think they blew the play dead. Kelly was blown up on that play. gained maybe a yard. Big time hitting going on that time by the Vela SaberCats. 3rd and long for Austin Westlake. Look at the SaberCats defense. They've got 3 guys back at the 40-yard line, respecting the speed of these Westlake receivers. On this 3rd down play. Dropping back now, running up the middle is going to be Anderson. He's got a 1st down, knocked off his feet as he crosses the 35. Taylor Anderson using his feet. Gets a 1st down for Austin Westlake. Minute 42 remaining. Here in the 1st quarter of play. Westlake offense now has positive yards on yards gained in the game. Anderson on a 1st down play. Drops back to throw. Straight drop. Hesitates. Now he looks to run. Now he's going to keep it and tuck it and run. Down the sideline. Got to the 50. Bumped out of bounds. That's an 11-yard gain and another 1st down. And Taylor Anderson that time just making a play. Coverage downfield was blanketing by the SaberCats. Anderson scanned the field, went through his options, and then gained the 11 yards. 4 carries now for 12 yards on the night for Anderson. You have to go back to that big negative play on the thing. That's why he's got small yardage as far as the number of net yards. Pass play right-hand side, down the sideline, and then out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They go back to Nazier. And that'll be another 12-yard gain as they're now moving the football down into SaberCat territory. Ball at the 39 with 1:02 to go here in this 1st quarter. Taylor Anderson and company starting to click on the offense. 2 backs in the backfield now for Westlake. Anderson on a long count. Turns, keeps the ball, looking over the middle, got a man. Caught, across the 25-yard line. Now a move made, trying to get to the outside. Down the sideline for the Chaparrals and into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Mason Magna made the move and takes it to the house. 36 yards, Mason Magnan caught it over the middle and then made just a tremendous move. Got to the sideline, stayed in bounds the last 6 yards for the score. 48 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Chaparrals on top with the 1st points of the game. Extra point coming up for Westlake. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long high with the wind at its back. It's easily through. Westlake goes on top, 7-0 kickoff coming up after this.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, we believe in straight talk, fair prices, and providing premium service before and after the sale, and we'll always work to earn your trust in business. Come see us at Boswell Elliott Ford, San Benito, here for generations.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, there's your SaberCat returnman going back to return this kick. 48 seconds to go in the 1st quarter of play. Austin Westlake draws first blood with the first touchdown of this game on a 36-yard pass play, thanks in part to a lot of yards after the catch by the receiver. First kickoff of this football game. Westlake put this about 1.5 yards past the back of the end zone. That wind is extreme coming out of the south. Gabriel Lozano looks to boot this one again. Non-returnable, and there's your case. Again, it goes all the way out of the back of the end zone. So the SaberCats will take over for the 3rd time in the ball game. This time they'll start the drive from their own 25. SaberCats now with 32 yards of offense here in the 1st quarter. 21 on the ground, 11 through the air. 1 pass completion thus far for Anthony Sotelo and the SaberCats. Offense on the sideline, taking a little extra time before they make their way out onto the field. In our broadcast tomorrow, Laferia Lions, a 2 o'clock kickoff against Lavernia. Invite you to join us for that game as well. First down play for the SaberCats. Trying to respond to the first points on the game. 2 receivers right side. Everybody else bunched up at the line. Sotelo takes it, hands it off. Running play up the middle across the 30 to about the 31. It's a strong 6-yard gain for Christian Flores, his second carry of the night. 2 carries for 12 yards. 2nd and 4. SaberCats looking to the sidelines. Clock running. There's 20 seconds to go. Play clock and game clock are right on the money at the same time, so this clock will run down to 0. SaberCats content to let this go into the second quarter. Down 7-0. Chaparrals with the lead. SaberCats facing 2nd and 6 after this.
McAllen Nuts and Bolts. RGV owned since 1981 at the same location for over 35 years. By the old railroad tracks on Old 83 on 23rd Street. Your leading local industrial supplier with the largest inventory of all fasteners, nuts, bolts, screws, washers, GR8 stainless for municipalities, county, contractors, steel erectors, and do-it-yourselfers. Offering the best quality with the top-of-the-line name brand products. Over-the-counter attention where everyone gets taken care of, one person at a time. Valley-wide delivery, supporter of RGV high schools and athletes. McAllen Nuts and Bolts.
Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday ad. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back here, we're ready to go. First play of the second quarter. Sotelo hands the ball off. Running play left-hand side, and that goes nowhere. Coming through, making another play is Trellis Collins. And that makes it 3rd and 5 for the SaberCats. The running game, 23 yards on the, check that, 26 yards on the ground for the SaberCats. And now a 3rd and 5 play with 11:30 to go here in the first half. Sotelo just 1 of 4 in the passing game as he stands back at his own 25-yard line. Got to get it to the 35 for a first down on this 3rd down play. Drops back to throw. They pick up the pressure. He fires a pass. That's complete at the 37-yard line. A nice catch by Justin Cantu. Right on the money, on the pattern, and the ball was delivered in the right spot. Second catch of the night for Cantu. And you got to be content that these 6- and 7-yard gains are good gains if you're Edinburg Vela. If you're fans, you may be accustomed to seeing these big 20- and 30-yard plays. They may happen, but a 6, 7, 8-yard gain, you can build off of that. 1st and 10. Sotelo out of a shotgun. Takes a snap, turns, going to keep it. Looks to throw. Deep ball, downfield, got a man, and it's just overthrown. Looking for Daniel Enriquez, who got behind 2 defenders. And a just missed opportunity for the SaberCats as they go over the top. Enriquez got past the last man back there. Sotelo, that's the first pass he's thrown with the wind at his back. And just a little too far on that one by about a half a yard. 2nd and 10 now for the SaberCats. Sotelo lines him up. Hands the ball off. Running play right-hand side to the right side. Down the sideline to the midfield stripe. Out of bounds there. Alvarez on a 14-yard carry. Chains will move for the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela. Thanks again to the football boosters for assisting us in this broadcast. They came up late to help us push us over the number that got us past that rights fees. to bring you this broadcast. 10:17 to go here in the first quarter. First down play for the SaberCats, despite the fact the chains read third down. They now change that up. Ball at the own 49. SaberCats trying to get back into Chaparral territory. They've been there once tonight. Sotelo on a first down play. Bad snap. That's a fumbled football, and it's recovered by Westlake. 9:52 to go here in the first half of play. From the 45-yard line. Turnover gives the ball to Westlake. Anderson and company back on the field, trying to capitalize on the turnover. Handoff, oh, he keeps it. Swings a pass left-hand side. Receiver makes a move. He gets hit, and down he goes. Terrific open field tackle that time by the SaberCats. Penny Baker on the catch. Forward progress gives him a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 coming up for the Chaparrals. Again, trying to capitalize off of the turnover. 9:21 to go here in the first half of play. Anderson out of a shotgun. Twin receivers either side of the field on this second down play. Drops back to throw again. Looking in the flats. Receiver catches it. Out of the backfield, this is Kelly. Gets hit hard. Got to the 39-yard line. First catch of the night for Rick Kelly. Brings up a 3rd and 5, and the SaberCat faithful trying to make a lot of extra noise here. 8:47 to go in the half. Anderson looks to the sideline. 2 backs in the backfield behind him on this third down play. Out of a shotgun. Clock running with 8:35 to go in the half. Anderson going to change the play up. Play clock down to 8. He'll change it up. Play clock down to 4. Waits, takes a snap, turns, going to keep it on a read. Up the middle, Anderson has some room, makes a man miss. 25-yard line, got a block at the 20. Down the sideline, 15, 10-5, touchdown, Taylor Anderson. I don't know if Anderson spotted that or if the coaches spotted that on the sideline. There's a penalty back at the 20-yard line, so we'll see what this is about. Otherwise, that's an Anderson touchdown. Officials talking it over with the Westlake coaches, and the offense is staying down as if it's an extra point, so this could be against the SaberCats. All indications are it is. Still talking it over. Taylor Anderson on a 41-yard carry for the score. The penalty will be against the SaberCats. Or check that. They call it against the SaberCats, even though they pointed against the Chaparrals for a face mask. They'll assess that on the kickoff. 6 more points on the board for the Chaparrals. Extra point coming up. 8:13 to go in the half. That kick is good. Chaparrals up 14-0. Quick timeout. Kickoff after this.
Teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we are ready for the kickoff as the SaberCats bring their kick return team in. And Austin Westlake has jumped out to a 14-0 lead here in this game. They capitalize off of that turnover. And that penalty was against Westlake, so that must have been a personal foul after the touchdown, as that penalty was thrown back around the 20-yard line. They called it a face mask. Had to have been after the score. Westlake will kick off from their own 25-yard line. SaberCats send them in back to the 10-yard line. Could get good field position on this exchange on the kick return. Kick is away. Long high kick inside the 30. Taken there. SaberCats out across the 35, and that's it. Edinburg Vela will send the offense back on the field from their own 35-yard line to start this drive. 8:09 to go in the first half. And this is where you got to draw the line in the sand if you're Edinburg Vela. They put the ball down now at the 34 to start the drive. SaberCats on that last drive, within a span of 2 plays, had a near touchdown pass and then the fumble that resulted in the eventual Westlake touchdown. 8:09 to go here in the half. Anthony Sotelo back on the field. SaberCats with 58 yards of offense, 40 on the ground, as he lines them up on first down. Drops back to throw, has some time. Now pressure. Now he's going to get away from one man. Got back near the line of scrimmage, and then he's brought down there. Looked like Sotelo could have stepped up that time and maybe got a pass off, but the speed of the defender in pursuit from behind him stuffed that play before it got going. 7:41 to go here in the half. SaberCats now on 2nd and 11. Personnel checking in the game. Ozzie Garcia will line up as a receiver to the left-hand side. Splitting out wide right is Enriquez. Sotelo on a second down play. Pressure coming from the right side. Another high snap. This time it's going to be a run by Alvarez, and he might get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's a third time that snap has gone up high. And Alvarez or Sotelo is just right there to see who's going to get that ball. Alvarez got it that time, but by the time he reeled it in, heavy pursuit coming by Westlake. Clock stops with 7:03. Now they'll crank it up. 7 minutes to go in the half. Alvarez now in the game, 6 carries for 28 yards. 14-0 game, Westlake with the lead. SaberCats now ready. New quarterback in the ball game. Takes a snap, drops back to throw. Gonna run up the middle and hit at the 35-yard line. That goes for a short gain. That time they slipped in Frankie Zuniga. But fourth down coming up for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. Punt formation for the SaberCats. One man back to return this kick for Austin Westlake. Luther waits for the kick, a high kick. Luther races over, will field it, drop it, tries to pick it back up, finally gets on it and hangs on for dear life. And so Westlake will start a drive inside their 25, and there's been some balls on the ground here tonight. Thus far, the Westlake team has been the only one to cause a turnover in this game. Drive starts at the 23. Now the Westlake offense has 119 yards of offense, 64 on the ground, thanks in part to Taylor Anderson, who on 5 carries has 53 yards, including that 41-yard touchdown run on their last possession. Lines him up here on first down from his own 23. Anderson on the read, rolls out left-hand side, swings a pass over the middle, man there, caught, first down. 11-yard gain. Nahara again on the catch. his third catch of the night. 3 catches for 26 yards. First down for Westlake. 5:30 to go here in the half. Anderson out of a shotgun with 2 backs there to protect him. On a first down play, on the read, hands it off up the middle, and that goes nowhere. Loss of 2 on the play as the SaberCat defense was just right there as a wall. New ball carrier this time was Jax Crockett. He'll end up losing 1.5 yards. Second down coming up for the Chaparrals. 4:53 remaining here in the half. Shotgun for Anderson. On this second down play. Drops back to throw. Straight drop. Here comes some pressure up the middle. He's going to be hit, and down he goes. Sack for the SaberCats as they get to Anderson. And drop him for a huge loss all the way back to the 22-yard line. Third down and just shy of forever for Westlake. 4:20 to go here in the first half of play. New player comes in as Crockett checks back into the game for the Chaparrals. Shifting receivers as the play is coming in from the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. Anderson still looking to the sidelines. Last time they waited this long, he raced for 41 yards and a touchdown. Takes a snap before he does. Timeout called. Chaparrals want to talk it over. They lead 14-0. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Back after this.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
Quito and Letty Signs, owners of the Farm and Ranch Store in San Isidro, find banking with Florida Fagan and First Community Bank in McAllen a perfect fit.
Make FCB your bank.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Our thanks again to the advertisers that are assisting us here on RioSportsLive.com to bring us this game. Send a shout out to all the gang at Cordone's Restaurant at Taste of Chicago that's watching this game in Edinburg. Last week we had them watching in Brickfire Pizza in Mission. Say hello again to Maiden Davila and the Vela Football Booster who assisted us greatly by helping us get over the edge for this broadcast. Westlake facing a 3rd and 24. It's Taylor Anderson. Lines up in a shotgun with a single receiver. Or check that twin receivers left and right. Anderson going to run up the middle. Got a block. Cross the 30-yard line. 35 and more. 40. Upended at the 45. That's shy of first down yardage. They needed 24. He got 22. It's now 4th and 2 coming up. And there's a penalty against Westlake. This is coming back. Penalty marker back inside the 20-yard line. That was going to be decision time for the Chaparrals. Opportunity to go for it on 4th and short. Now it's going to be 3rd and add 10 more. So 3rd and as they move the ball back, they'll spot it down inside the 15 all the way back to the 14.5-yard line or 13.5-yard line. Got to get a first down by getting it into SaberCat territory here. Taylor Anderson. 3rd down and as much as you want. Drops back, gonna read it. Gonna run it left-hand side. Now swings a pass. Man there, hit. Fumbles the football. It's a loose ball. It's recovered by Westlake back inside the 10. SaberCat defense making another play. Trying to get the momentum to swing onto their side. That'll be a completed pass and a fumble. And now it's punt time for the Chaparrals as they put the punter back inside the goal line in his own end zone to punt this ball away. SaberCats send Daniel Enriquez back. He'll line up inside Westlake territory, waiting to receive this punt. Into the wind, the punt will go. Snap is a good one. Punter gets it away. Enrique lets that bounce. It takes a roll for Westlake, and the Chaparrals inside SaberCat territory down at the 46. And the Vela offense will head to the field. 3:14 left here in the half. This is a critical drive right now in this ball game. Edinburg Vela has generated 60 yards of offense. Their defense has done, I would say, the job. They've limited this Westlake team to just 115 yards of offense. These are unofficial stats. I'm keeping them on the fly, but I'm close. And so the SaberCats offense with a terrific spot to start a drive from their own 47 on first down. Sotelo takes it, hands it off. Man hitting the backfield, and down he goes. Defense making the play for the Chaparrals. Flores on the carry, but he never had any chance of getting back to the line of scrimmage. There were two guys back there to make that stop. 2:53 and counting here in the first half. SaberCats of Edinburg Vela, their biggest play from scrimmage was a 14-yard carry by Aaron Alvarez. On second down and 12. Play clock down to 5. Sotelo waits for the snap. High snap, hands it off. Running play up the middle. That'll drive out near the 49. Carry by McKinney. Third and long coming up for Edinburg Vela. Call it 3rd and 7. Clock running. We'll go under 2 minutes to go in the half. Looking ahead, Westlake will get the ball to start the second half. Right now they're up 14-0. Edinburg Vela on a 3rd and 7. Don't get a first down here. The Chaparrals, with a couple of timeouts, have got a chance to put more points on the board before the half comes to an end. Running play, left-hand side, and that'll be back inside Chaparral territory, but not enough for a first down on the carry. McKinney on the run. And then across the field, the timeout is called by Austin Westlake, or an official timeout. Westlake uses the timeout. Minute 34 to go. They want their hands on the football with some more time on the clock. 4th and 5 coming up for Edinburg Vela. First half. After this continues.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, a situation for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. It's 4th and 5 from the Austin Westlake 48-yard line. Punting time for the SaberCats as they have the punt team in. As the Chaparrals will send a man back to return this punt. That's Scott back inside his 10. Good snap this time. The punt is away. High spiraling kick. Scott waits for it. Makes a fair catch just about his 12-yard line. Chaparral offense with a timeout left and a minute 28 on the clock will head onto the field. Knowing they get the ball to start the second half. There's a lot of options here for the Chaparrals, but you're operating inside your own red zone. SaberCats have been close to getting a couple of balls that were on the ground. But thus far, they put the ball in the hands of Taylor Anderson. And he's made enough reads to have his team up 2 scores. Minute 28 left in the half. Anderson takes a snap, rolls out left-hand side, looking, waiting, firing, man out there, caught it, 30-yard line, and then ridden out of bounds. That's a good pitch and catch for a good 23 yards to Penny Baker. His second catch of the night. Stops the clock as they move the chains. They'll also stop the clock as he was out of bounds. That only took a few seconds off the clock. Minute 19 to go in the half. Anderson now 1st and 10 from his own 37-yard line. Two backs in the backfield. Anderson drops back on the read, gonna hand it off. Running play left-hand side, and Anderson hits a block. And here comes Crockett inside the 30-yard line, back to about the 27. Man down for the SaberCats. They'll take the game clock to a minute 9 seconds. It's a 28-yard gain, make it a 29-yard gain for Jay Crockett. With a minute 9 left here and an injury on the field. We'll be back right after this.
School football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, our service department is top-notch. We have the expertise to service any brand at a price that will make you smile. BoswellElliotFord.com in San Benito. Here for generations.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, a good round of applause for the defender who was down for just a moment for the SaberCats, but he ran off under his own power. He'll have to be out for a play, but then he'll be ready to get back in there. Meanwhile, after the big gain, Westlake with a 1st and 10 from the SaberCat 32. Anderson running left side, fell down, dropped the football. Managed to get back on it, and again that ball is on the ground by the Chaparrals. And Anderson gets up gingerly. Loss of 5 on that play. Westlake has to burn a timeout. Anderson showing some signs of limping on that right foot. They'll attend to that. 45 seconds left in the half. Back after this.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Phil and Mary Alice Oxford decided to build a new Palm Valley Gymnastics and Dance, Ricky Leal at First Community Bank provided easy and affordable financing.
Make FCB your bank.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as they took a timeout. Westlake will see Taylor Anderson exit the game as he was limping as he went off the field. New quarterback in the game right now. That's Penny Baker lining up in the quarterback spot. Handoff, and that play goes nowhere. Ricky Kelly fell down as he went to make a cut. And he'll lose 5 on the play, and this looked from a promising drive by Westlake to now they're going to have to hurry. 30 seconds left here in the half. No timeouts remaining on 3rd and 14. Whistle blows, timeout called. SaberCats burn a timeout. 22 seconds left. They want to make real sure nothing big happens down the stretch. One last timeout, then we'll get it right back.
Ladies, does your man need to lose weight, gain muscle mass, or increase his stamina and endurance? Has he been procrastinating about going to the doctor? Is he having health issues like obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or poor blood circulation? Alpha Men's Primary Care is the answer. Call today and learn how they can help your man increase his stamina and endurance. Start living a healthier lifestyle and feeling younger. Call Alpha Men's Primary Care today. A family practice for men, by men.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and Drew Willoughby is the new quarterback right now for Westlake. He checks into the game after Taylor Anderson went down, limped off under his own power. We'll see if he's okay for the second half. Meanwhile, 3rd and 15, make it 16 yards to go for Westlake. Ball at the Edinburg Vela 34-yard line. Willoughby, the new quarterback, changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the backfield. To join him, the junior quarterback waits, takes a snap, drops back to throw. Pressure coming. He's fired. It's tipped and incomplete. That's a loose ball. That's a fumble. It's picked up by Kelly. At 13 seconds left in the half, SaberCats burn a timeout, or they try to. Clock is running. They're going to let it run out. I thought they may take a timeout. Now they do, with 2 seconds left in the half. SaberCats had about 14 seconds to work with on that. That's a lateral and a loss of 22 yards on that play. All the way back to about the 48-yard line of the Chaparrals. Now, if the Chaparrals want, they don't necessarily have to punt this football. They can take a deep throw and just see if anything develops downfield. Remember, the half can't end on a penalty on the defense. Chaparrals do bring in what appears to be the punt team. This is Crockett, though, that's back there. That's not their punter. They'll keep Willoughby in at the quarterback spot. Willoughby waits for the snap. Takes it, takes a knee. And there's time left on the clock. He could have ran that out. There was still 2 seconds on the clock. The officials let it run out. Halftime has arrived. 14-0. SaberCats and Westlake. Remember, last year it was 56-3 at halftime. This time, 14-0. Back after this.
Inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we're at halftime, and as the two teams make their way out on the field, the bands will take over. 14-0 is your score as we have reached this halftime. And Edinburg Vela, the SaberCats, trailing 14-0. Westlake with 135 yards of offense in the first half. And there was a lot of plays that went for a loss as the SaberCat defense made some plays, and that football was also just dangerously bouncing around a lot of times by Westlake. Joining me, the guy that did a lot of play-by-play from Edinburg this year, that's Donut Salinas. The coaches had to share the booth. He's been out racing around trying to find a place to seat. Donut, what's your thoughts in that first half?
I'll tell you what, Joe, I took a few notes, Joe, and we talked about it. You just mentioned about last year at this time what the score was. And I'll tell you what, it's a different story, ladies and gentlemen. For right now, what I'm looking at is, remember on that first drive, we're driving the ball and we drop a pass. That is the Vela SaberCats. So we had to turn the ball over on a punt. After that, there was 2 flags that were committed against the SaberCats that put them back when they could have been still waving the ball. One more time, they fumbled the ball back in deep in their own 23-yard line. We didn't get that fumble. They fumbled 2 other times, like you say. They've been kicking the ball around quite a few times. We just don't seem to jump on the break. Other than that, the defense has been hanging in there. Twice, Joe, I was just calling the quarterback keeper all the way. That's what they did when they needed some big first downs, and they got it, and they won one for a score. Good thing about it is they're in it 14-0. Anything can happen. Their quarterback just went out. Ours went out too also, though. He'll be out, so we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe we can run some kind of wildcat or something. But SaberCats will be getting the ball back. We'll see what happens.
And Edinburg fans, you know that's Donut Salinas with the wheeze and the days. He's from Edinburg, my friend, so he's going to give you the wheeze and the days. We are at halftime. Westlake, take a look at this statistically. 135 yards for the offense, 45 on the ground, 90 in the air. Taylor Anderson was 7 carries for 33 yards. He did exit the game with what appeared to be an ankle injury on that last drive. Meanwhile, the SaberCats with just 67 yards of total offense in the first half, 49 on the ground, 18 through the air, as the SaberCat offense was held to just 67 yards in the game. Now, we've got the other game going on. Converse Judson is all over San Benito on that broadcast. That Converse Judson Rocket team traveled to San Benito. Right now, the score in that one is 38-0 with the Rockets on top. Last year, it was 56-3 in this one. Westlake was all over Edinburg Vela. Now, Westlake will get the ball to start the second half, and they do have a 14-0 lead. Will they have another quarterback in the game as we start the second half? That'll be a question that will be answered, among others. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll break this down a little further. We want to, again, thank the Vela Football Booster Club for bringing us the final piece of the puzzle that allowed this broadcast to occur. So our thanks again to Maiden Davila and the Vela Football Boosters for assisting us right down to the wire on getting this broadcast in. We're coming to you from Corpus Christi, Texas. It's a Friday night. It's live action. It's the regional semifinals. This is Westlake and Edinburg Vela. I'll talk things over a little more with Donut Salinas. I want to get his thoughts on this Vela program, because they got a lot of youngsters that are coming up through the ranks that are getting nothing but tremendous experience, if nothing else, in a game like this. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about this Westlake team and what they may be doing as they're eyeing, hopefully, another chance at a state title. They were so close last year, losing to the eventual state champion in the semifinals. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll break it down a little further. This is Rio Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jim Tipton and son Nick at Tipton Auto Group wanted to add a new Hyundai dealership, Walter Pocket and First Community Bank had the perfect financing solution.
Make FCB your bank.
Fans, we want to take this time to thank Alamo Ironworks for helping sponsor this broadcast. Alamo Ironworks for all your industrial steel needs, industrial supplies, steel products, and fabrications. Alamo Ironworks on the Expressway in Edinburg, Texas.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
McDonald's owner Anna O'Quinn found Walter Pocket, the financing and complete range of banking services at First Community Bank to be the perfect combo.
Make FCB your bank.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we are at halftime as the Westlake Marching Band is performing, and they get to perform facing their fans. The Vela SaberCat Marching Band will be able to take the field, and hopefully they'll be facing this way for the fans to be able to take advantage of that. 17 minutes left on the clock. Donut Salinas, I talked about this getting ready to go into the break. I talked it over with both coaches here, the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator. They're excited about several things at Edinburg Vela. They were excited about the preparation this week. The kids weren't anymore. It wasn't a mystery what it felt like to get to round 3 in the playoffs at the Class 6 level. And more importantly, they felt there's some real big youth coming up through the SaberCats. This program, young as it may be as far as the history of Rio Grande Valley football programs, this program is solid. Don't it talk a little bit about some of the guys and just how this program is developing players coming up through the ranks?
Well, and talking about that, Joe, I'll tell you right now, we have 3 freshmen, true freshmen, that are there and are suited out for the last 3 games. And that's just something to tell you. Quarterback is only a sophomore. Got to play as a freshman against this big team of Westlake, and now as a sophomore, he just got hurt, but that's coming up. They have a quarterback and some players at the 8th grade level that are thinking of being varsity players at the freshman level. So what this team did when they first started, like you say, it's a young school, 5 or 6 years. What they did back then, they're doing it again with the good players already on the team. So they only should get better, and I can just wait and see what's going to happen. I can only see good things coming for Vela High School.
Talk about the community and how they've got behind this football team. Last man standing in the Edinburg School District, first of all. Let's talk about how they get behind this team.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I got here, and first of all, the traffic was something else. The checkpoint was something else, and he goes, game. They weren't asking, are you a U.S. American citizen? No, they were saying, go to the ball game, go to the ball game, go to the ball game. And, but that's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got here, and not only is it for this school, for any Edinburg school, I see it. I see people here from North, from Jaguars, from the Bobcats. Everybody's following Edinburg. Edinburg right now is getting so strong, it's unbelievable. There was nowhere to sit. There's nowhere to sit on the Edinburg side if you come over here to the corporate right now. And for you to do that to a corporate stadium, you're saying something.
That is a big, big crowd down there watching this football game. 14:48 as the performers are on the field right now for the Vela SaberCats. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll let you watch the band. This is RealSportsLive.com.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, we believe in straight talk, fair prices, and providing premium service before and after the sale, and we'll always work to earn your trust in business. Come see us at Boswell Elliott Ford, San Benito, here for generations.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Dr. Armando Salazar decided to build new dental offices in Port Isabel, John Reed at First Community Bank had the perfect financing options.
Make FCB your bank.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services.
We are back here on RealSportsLive.com as we are at halftime. Edinburg Vela dancers will be out there right now, and then we'll have the marching band. I'd like to put a microphone out there for you to listen to the band, but they got us enclosed in room 4 here at Buccaneer Stadium. And that means we can't get a microphone outside to let you hear the crowd. I would love to, because it's a big crowd down there. Donut Salinas was just talking about that. Westlake with a 14-0 lead. The Chaperones did enough. 135 yards of offense. Taylor Anderson made some terrific reads, including one in which he ran for 41 yards for a touchdown. Anderson in the air was 7 of 8 for 90 yards. He had a completed pass that went for negative yards. It kind of negated any big numbers. So if you're looking for big numbers in this football game, it's really just not there. It's plays made by the defense, and the ball was bouncing in some odd ways. It was landing on the ground a lot when Westlake was on the offensive end. And then players were slipping and sliding on that field, including when Anderson went down and what appeared to roll an ankle in that last drive for the Chaparrals. Now, he went out under his own power. Coaching staff spent a little extra time with him, but he wasn't in for the final couple of snaps for the Chaparrals. So the first question will be answered when they come back out for their warm-ups, and we'll see what the action is on Taylor Anderson in getting set to start the second half. For the Vela SaberCats, just 67 yards of offense. 6 carries for 28 yards for Aaron Alvarez is most of the offense. Justin Cantu had a couple of catches as a receiver for 18 yards. Anthony Sotelo was just 2 of 6 in the passing game, as the SaberCat offense just really was limited in a big way by Austin Westlake. 11 minutes on the clock as the SaberCat band gathers themselves for the performance. And they'll be playing as if it's for a home crowd, because this is a giant crowd that's on hand here at Buccaneer Stadium. Reminding you again, our broadcast tomorrow coming your way. LaFeria Lions will be taking on Lavernia. That's set for a 2 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air with about a 1:30 pregame show. And we'll be following the Lions. That'll be the first of 4 teams playing tomorrow from the Rio Grande Valley area. The other 3 teams are all engaged in games that are playing at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. And for fans that were wondering, we went for the rights for those 3 games. We were shut out in the Dome. So no broadcast from the Westlake game, no broadcast from the Hanna game, and no broadcast from the Mission Veterans game, despite our efforts. And we will continue to make efforts to make headway in broadcasting additional games deeper in the playoffs as teams from the Rio Grande Valley, not just in football but in all sports, continue to push forward. As I talk about that, you look at some of the advertisers that are on here on RioSportsLive.com. This is one game of 560 that we've done here on Rio Sports Live in just over a year. We did the first several hundred before we really started actively going after advertising revenue. We wanted to make sure the numbers were working, wanted to make sure that the advertisers or the sponsors were going to get the views and the bang for your buck, if you would, for assisting us in the broadcast of the game. So now that we've achieved that, we are moving forward. We went over 10,000 followers on Facebook tonight, and we are moving up the ladder as far as the number of subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we're making it more and more appealing. But we do need some regular advertisers to assist us here so that when we get to this playoff mode, we're not scrambling around posting on social media that we're closer to our goal. We're closer to making it. We're almost there. We might be able to broadcast. It's much easier if we just have some dedicated advertisers who understand what we're doing, back us in pushing the regular season games, and then we can pad a little bit of that so that we have some funding for playoff action. And I'm talking again, football, basketball is underway right now. We'll be at tournaments next week in Los Fresnos. The following week we'll be at a tournament at PSJA. We will try to get systems 2, 3, 4, and 5 active in additional broadcast of basketball coming up over the next week or two. And then when soccer hits the field, boys and girls soccer, softball, and baseball. And then in the summer months, we cover all of the women's full-contact football, the men's full-contact football, the traveling basketball teams, the traveling tournaments in softball and baseball, the youth leagues that are around the Rio Grande Valley. And we broadcast more and more games in the summer sand volleyball tournaments, soccer professional level down in Brownsville. So it just continues to roll as we continue to expand on Rio Sports. But it all happens with the assistance of the advertisers. We'll take a break as the band performs. We'll be watching for the teams to return. Back after this.
Common planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts. We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as the Vela marching band makes their way off of the field. My wife Dahlia at the camera. Look at her camera work, my friends. Actually, that's me. She's taking a break. 5:24 left here. We still have no vision yet as any teams making their way out of the halftime locker room. Usually when it's a game separated by a couple of scores, I usually use this quote that they're in there in the halftime locker room, both teams fully convinced that, hey, we can win this football game. And for Westlake, there's no way you can get around the fact that they're at least, it's embedded in some of those kids' mind that this is the same team we had down 56-3 at halftime last year in the Edinburg Vela Sabercats. I'm certain remember that as they are getting amped up and ready to get back on this football field. The crucial drive, perhaps, of the game will happen right out of the gate, and that's Westlake will have the ball to start the second half. If the Chaparrals move the ball downfield and score, go up 3 scores, totally changes the outlook of this second half. If Vela gets a stop, well, we may be in for a wild ride. We'll find out a little bit sooner than you think. 4:21 left before we have the kickoff. Back after this.
Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, our service department is top-notch. We have the expertise to service any brand at a price that will make you smile. BoswellElliotFord.com in San Benito. Here for generations.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today,
back here on RioSportsLive.com, you're watching as they're warming up. That's number 8 warming up, and he's playing catch with number 12. Drew Willoughby is the guy that, standing at the 20-yard line, came in as the backup quarterback for Westlake during their final drive. Now, we saw as pregame was going on, Kirkland Michaud, who is the junior quarterback wearing number 8, was also taking some snaps. What we haven't seen is the return yet of Taylor Anderson, who was a starting quarterback for this game, who went down with an injury in the last drive for the Westlake Chaperones. And I have yet to see him on the sideline anywhere near this game just yet. He may be walking out now back behind the team. But nonetheless, Drew Willoughby is warming up. He ran out on the field leading this team out of the halftime locker room. Sabercats of Edinburg Vela getting ready to race back on the football field as well. Will Anderson return, or will we see Willoughby? Chaperones get the ball in under 2 minutes. Back after this.
TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Ladies, does your man need to lose weight, gain muscle mass, or increase his stamina and endurance? Has he been procrastinating about going to the doctor? Is he having health issues like obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or poor blood circulation? Alpha Men's Primary Care is the answer. Call today and learn how they can help your man increase his stamina and endurance. Start living a healthier lifestyle and feeling younger. Call Alpha Men's Primary Care today. A family practice for men, by men.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com with second half about ready to begin. Westlake makes their way over on the sideline. Meanwhile, the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela getting ready to run out of the tunnel. Westlake will have the ball to start the third quarter of play. I still believe that this first drive of this second half will have more to say as the Sabercats run out on the field. And it does look as if Drew Willoughby will now direct the show for the Chaparrals. Sabercat defense held the Chaparrals to 135 yards of offense. Most of that was attained by Taylor Anderson. Had a 41-yard touchdown run. It was his reads that was really opening up the big plays. And there weren't many big plays in that first half. Sabercats will be kicking the ball off out of the south side of the field, meaning they have the wind at their back. And the special teams have been doing a good job for the Edinburg Vela Sabercats of preventing anything big occurring from Westlake. Westlake, you know they're a team that has the capability of putting something together on a special team. And I did not see Anderson at all on the sidelines for Westlake. Kickoff by the Sabercats, and away we go to start this third quarter of play. This is a returnable kick at the 10-yard line. Here come the Chaparrals looking for a block and nothing doing. Out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mason Magnum on the return. Magnum had a touchdown catch, a 36-yard, his only reception of the ball game. And now we'll see this Westlake team under the direction of Drew Willoughby. Willoughby, as he brings him out, has Rick Kelly in the backfield with him and Jax Crockett. First down play, first play of the third quarter. Willoughby takes a snap, turns, hands the ball off, up the middle. It's going to be a gain of a yard. Now a couple more out across the 30-yard line. Strong running that time by Crockett. By the time Crockett's brought down, he'll end up wedging forward for a good 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. Willoughby was just amped up as he brought his team out to start this second half. He led the Chaparrals out of the locker room all the way onto the field on the dead run. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Willoughby drops back, rolls out left side, looking, fires a pass. That's going to be a diving catch made short of first down yardage. Another catch by Naher. Short of first down yardage by a yard. Or check it by 3. 3rd and 3 coming up. Willoughby and the Chaparrals to start this third quarter. Facing 3rd and 3. Tight set formation. Willoughby waits for the snap. Hands it off on a delay, upended, and down he goes. Crockett gain 2. 4th down coming up for the Chaparrals, and the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela get a 3 and out to start this second half. As I was saying to start this game, this big crowd on the Vela side could play a big part in this game if Vela can get some momentum. Little steps to move forward. Punting time for the Chaparrals. Good snap. Kick is away. Away from the return man. Takes a roll for the Chaparrals inside the Vela 25, down to the 24. That's where the Sabercats will take over, and they'll bring the offense on the field. We'll see what kind of adjustments were made, or if any adjustments were made on the Vela side. As you look back in that first half, there were some plays that were there. A drop pass on the first drive would have sustained a drive across the midfield stripe. A deep route was just off the mark by a half yard, would have resulted in 6 points. First down play for the Sabercats. Anthony Sotelo out of a shotgun, a high snap, swings a pass right side. It's going to be caught. Receiver gets a yard. That's not Sotelo in at quarterback right now. That's Ramirez Rosendo in the game. Second down for the Sabercats after that 2-yard gain. Shotgun formation. They'll run it this time to the right-hand side. Not much there. No gain on the play. Matter of fact, a loss of a yard. Alvarez on the carry. 3rd and long coming up for the Sabercats. Rosendo out of a shotgun formation. On 3rd down, needing 8 yards to go here on this play. Showing pressure from the ends. He gets away from it. Rosendo going to run, hit, and down he's going to go. That play covered well by the Chaparrals, and a quick 3 and out for the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela. Net of 3 yards on that drive for the Sabercats. Clock running with 8:09 to go in the third quarter. Sabercats in punt formation. Westlake should get better field position on this exchange. Sabercats looking for some magic out of the punt team. Good snap. Kick is away. A wobbly kick. Across the 40, fielded there. Giving up a little room. Now getting a block across the 45, midfield. Into Sabercat territory, down to the 48. And Westlake will take over there. 7:42 remaining in the third quarter. Chaparrals. Drew Willoughby back in at quarterback. 3 and out on their first possession. Willoughby lines them up on this first down play. Waits for the snap, takes it, turns, hands up. Oh, he's going to keep it on a read to the left-hand side, upended, and down he goes. Willoughby gains a couple on the play. 4 after the spot. 2nd and 6 coming up. 7:27 to go here in the third quarter. Westlake jumped out to the lead on a pass play from Anderson to Magnum, and then Anderson on a 41-yard made it 14-0. That was all in the second quarter. Willoughby on a read, drops the football, recovers it. I haven't kept track of how many times that ball's been on the ground by the Westlake offense, but it's going to take more than one hand if it hasn't already. 6:49 to go. Third down coming up for Westlake. Willoughby, new personnel, comes in from the sideline for the Chaparrals. Lines up with three receivers on the right-hand side on this third down play. Willoughby waits for the snap, takes it, drops back. Deep drop, here comes pressure, screen pass. It's going to be a nice move made, and here comes yards after the catch for Crockett. The fumble is there, and the Sabercats recover. Crockett on the move. Sabercats strip the ball and recover. It was just a matter of time. That ball was hitting the ground far too often for this Westlake team. Can the Sabercats capitalize off of a turnover? Their offense, 69 yards of total offense in this ball game, as this Westlake team has just been lights out stingy against Edinburg Vela. Rosendo stays in at quarterback. Sabercats shift two receivers to the left-hand side. Still 18 on the play clock. Plenty of time to get this play off. Rosendo takes a high snap, drops back. Here comes pressure. Down he goes! Knifing through there, making another big play for Westlake. This time was big number 94, William Robertson. And that's a loss of a bunch back inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
He pulled himself out. His elbow, he pulled himself out.
Rosendo checks out of the game. New player in the game now at quarterback for Vela. This is Chase Campbell. He'll look to throw. Looking for a deep ball downfield as a man, incomplete. Enriquez was down there, but that was kind of like that first half throw by Sotelo. As with that wind at your back, that ball sails when you go for the little extra on it. Third down and a bundle to go now for the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela. This drive started after Westlake fumbled at the Vela 39. Ball back inside the 35 from the 32. So the Sabercats have to get to the 49-yard line to get a first down. Play clock down to 5. Sabercats going to have to hurry here. Down to 1. They'll have to call a timeout. They do. Sabercats just shy of another penalty. Take a timeout. They burn that. Well, they need that later. We'll be back. 5:21 to go in the third. This is Real Sports Live.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, we believe in straight talk, fair prices, and providing premium service before and after the sale. And we'll always work to earn your trust in business. Come see us at Boswell Elliott Ford, San Benito, here for generations.
McAllen Nuts and Bolts. RGV owns and
back here on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you. 5:21 to go in the third quarter of play. Anthony Sotelo, the starting quarterback for the Sabercats, not in the ball game. This is the third guy they've had in at quarterback. As right now, it's a third down and 14 yards to go as Chase Campbell directs the show. Drops back to throw, and he falls down. He's not the first, probably won't be the last guy to slip on this field. That'll be a loss in the play, and that time he was protected well by the back there, delivering a block. But a loss on the play. And punting time for the SaberCats, and that drive went negative yards after getting the turnover. On this exchange, Westlake should get even better field position. Single man back, stands at his 40-yard line. A high punt, they come after it. It's blocked. Blocked by the Chaparrals. The ball goes out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And the Chaparrals take over there. They bought 3 guys right up the gut and get the block punt. Chaparrals get it in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 11 of the Vela SaberCats. And now, as Drew Willoughby brings this team out onto the field, he's got a very short field to work with. 4:35 to go. Thus far, the SaberCats defense has done the job here in the third quarter. Their backs are up against it here. 1st and 10 from the 11. Willoughby turns, hands the ball off. Man hitting the backfield, spins forward, got to the 10, and that's it. Rick Kelly on the carry. Gained a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. On the ground, the Chaparrals have been limited to 54 yards running the football. Taylor Anderson accounted for 41 of that on 1 carry. Kelly on the night, 5 carries, 7 yards. Lines up in the backfield here. Willoughby on a 2nd and 9 from the 10 of the SaberCats. 3:58 to go in the third quarter. Willoughby turns, hands the ball off again up the middle, this time spinning inside the 3. That's going to be Crockett, close to first down yardage. Just shy as he got brought down outside the 3. And 3rd down coming up. The Chaparrals can get a first down here without getting in the end zone. 3:39 to go. SaberCats bring in some new defenders from the sideline on this 3rd down play. Willoughby looks to the sideline. Play clock at 30. He's got plenty of time here. Takes it, hands it off. There's a penalty on the play.
Offside.
Kelly was hit, stopped right about the 2. Looked like he gained enough for a first down, but that penalty most likely is going to be against Westlake. Official threw the flag immediately as that snap was made. And let's see who the offsides call is against. Chaparrals believe it's against Vela. Here's the call. It is against the SaberCats. So that's half the distance to the goal line, and it's still not enough for a first down, as it's 3rd and about a half yard to go. They can get a first down without getting in the end zone. Willoughby on 3rd and a half from the 1.5. Call it the 2. Handoff, running play up the middle. Nothing doing. Probably enough for a first down, but that's about it. They mark it down outside the 1. So it's 4th and 1 or less than a yard coming up. Westlake appears to be calling a timeout. They do. They want to talk it over. 4th down decision coming up for Westlake. Remember, their defense is doing a tremendous job. You got a lot of options here. Up 14. 3:06 to go in the 3rd. Back after this.
Same location for over 35 years. By the old railroad tracks on Old 83 on 23rd Street. Your leading local industrial supplier with the largest inventory of all fasteners, nuts, bolts, screws, washers, GR8 stainless for municipalities, county, contractors, steel erectors, and do-it-yourselfers. Offering the best quality with the top-of-the-line name brand products. Over-the-counter attention where everyone gets taken care of, one person at a time. Valley-wide delivery, supporter of RGV high schools and athletes. McAllen Nuts and Bolts.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you. Thanks again for joining us from Buccaneer Stadium in Corpus Christi, Texas. 3:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Austin Westlake takes a timeout. They'll be facing a 4th and a half a yard. Football spotted at the 2. They need to get to the 1 to get a first down. If they get to the 1, it is a first down. They get shy of the 1, then you got to measure. Willoughby on 4th down will line up in a shotgun formation. New back in the backfield to his right-hand side on this play. Whistle blows. Timeout called by Vela. They spotted a new tailback in there. Want to talk that over. Go ahead and keep it right here. I told you, if Westlake, they've got so many options here if they go for this on 4th down. Your defense has been doing the job. They've limited the Vela SaberCats to 53 yards of total offense here in this ball game. So even if you don't get it here, you put that defense on the field with the capabilities of putting points on the board by pushing Vela back. Not far to go as far as what to work with for Vela. The defense can make a play here for the SaberCats. Obviously, that's a momentum jump in that you'll gain a step by getting the stop here on this goal line stand. 4th down. You can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Westlake, remember that. On 3rd down or 4th down here. Willoughby on a long count. Whistle blows, another timeout called. Vela burns another timeout. That's how important this is with a 14-0 game. This time we'll take a break. Back after this.
Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday ad. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest. The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Back here we go. 4th, less than a half a yard to go. Low snap, running play, left-hand side, and the tailback is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown. After 3 timeouts were called between the two teams, Westlake punches it in. They go up 20-0. 3 minutes left here in this game. Now before that, we got a whistle from the sideline. Will they count this or not? Officials having a lengthy conversation over there. SaberCat defense are saying nothing doing. They have yet to put the points on the board. I'm going to take them off the scoreboard for right now. Here comes the call. The tailback's foot was down. He did not get the first down, and the SaberCats take over from their 1. What kind of play do you have drawn up here? 99.5 yards. This is from the half-yard line. Or check that, it's 1st and goal. They gave him a first down. So it's 1st down for Westlake. Changes things quite a bit, doesn't it? On 1st down, Willoughby takes a snap, hands the ball off, man hit, falls forward, and he is no indication yet. Officials say he didn't get in. They're feeding the ball with regularity to Jake Ellinger. Ellinger unable to get in on that one. Lines up on the right-hand side here. Ellinger on 2nd and goal, waits, Here he comes again. This time he's hit, and he's not going to get in again as the SaberCat defense makes another big play. 3rd and goal coming up. And this is now, you talk about a stand. This is 5 consecutive plays inside the 2-yard line in which the SaberCats frontline defense has just stood tall. 3rd down. Now this is all goal-to-goal situation now with 1:32 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. New tailback back in the game. Jax Crockett stands to the right side of Willoughby. Takes a snap. Willoughby looks to throw. Here's some pressure. Gets rid of the ball. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. They got it to Penny Baker. And that'll be a 2-yard throw, but a 6-point result. 1:18 left here in the 3rd. Extra point coming up for the Chaparrals. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. So a block punt turns into points for the Chaparrals. They go up 21-0. Kickoff coming up.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
Quito and Letty Signs, owners of the Farm and Ranch Store in San Isidro, find banking with Flora Fagan and First Community Bank in McAllen a perfect fit.
Make FCB your bank.
I want to welcome you back here on RioSportsLive.com as the Vela SaberCats kick return team makes their way onto the field. My wife Dahlia at the camera. Also manning some of the other broadcasts, trying to check out what's happening to that San Benito game. Meanwhile, Christian Flores drops back to return a kick for Edinburg Vela. Hats off to that Vela defense on that last stand. That was multiple plays inside the 5-yard line, most inside the 2, in which they held the Chaparrals out. Chaparrals finally went to the air, got the score. Willoughby on the completion for the touchdown. Here's the kickoff, a high kick outside the 10. That's a drop ball picked back up by the SaberCats. And they'll have it outside their 10 to start the drive. That football, again, has just been on this field a lot tonight. A lot. 1:13 left here in this 3rd quarter. Vela starts the drive. Let's see who comes in at quarterback to start this drive. We've seen Sotelo, we've seen Rosendo, we've seen Chase Campbell. And in this drive, we'll see Daniel Enriquez line up in the quarterback spot. Direct snap to him. He'll run it. Penalty flags all over the place. Blow that play dead. That'll be a false start against Edinburg Vela. They had a few of those in the first half that halted some drives. First play here. Not only did that happen, they lost a lineman who lost a helmet on that play. And so now it's 1st and 15 for the SaberCats. Quarterback stands back inside his 5-yard line on this play. Bad snap. He'll get it. Nowhere to go. Down he goes. Loss of 3 more. Now this is going backwards. We're under a minute left here in the 3rd quarter, but the last 6 minutes of this 3rd quarter has been played right here inside the Vela 5, regardless of who's had the football. Westlake, multiple opportunities. Now Vela having to take a snap inside their own 5. Quarterback stands at the goal line to take this snap. 30 seconds left here. Multiple motion men. They'll all get set. Play clock down to 5. Here comes a snap. Here comes pressure, and the quarterback gets away, runs it out across the 5. Got back across the original line of scrimmage. That's Rosendo back in the game. Third down, though. Well, that wasn't even back to the original line of scrimmage. That was back to where they lost the 5 yards on the penalty. Fourth quarter has arrived. 21-0 your score. Westlake with the lead. Vela with the football after this.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, Vela Sabercats start the fourth quarter in a jam, down 21-0, but 3rd and 15 is the bigger worry as they have to take a snap inside their 5-yard line. Good snap. Time for the quarterback. Now he rolls out, going to keep it, hit, down he goes. Defense blanketed the receivers in the secondary. And no room that time for Chase Campbell to run. Punting time now for the Sabercats. They had their last punt blocked. This time their punter stands in his end zone to get this kick away. Chaparral sent a return man back out to the Vela 35 to return this kick. Good snap. Kick is away. It's a spiraling kick away from the return man. Takes a Vela bounce and then rolls back to the 35. And that's where the Chaparrals will take over. 1st and 10 from the Vela Sabercat 35-yard line. Statistically, Sabercats 61 yards of offense. They've held Westlake to 166 here in this football game. 11-11 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Winner of this takes on the winner of Hannah and Brandeis tomorrow. That'll be the early game. Played at the Alamo Dome. First down play. Running play. This is Crockett to the right side. Got past the man. Hit out of bounds. He got to the 30-yard line. So Jax Crockett, his 6th carry of the night. He's now the leading rusher on the team with 47 yards on the ground. 2nd and 5 coming up. We're in the fourth quarter. 11 minutes left here in this ball game. Sabercats had a defender go down. Hopefully that's cramping. They'll have to attend to him nonetheless. As they do so, we'll take a quick break. Thanks again in part. This broadcast was pushed over the edge by Maida Davila and the Vela football boosters who assisted us greatly in getting this game underway. A player gets off under his own power. I think that was cramping going on the Vela sideline. So we'll keep it right here as Westlake will now set the offense down. 2nd and 5. New quarterback now in the ball game for Westlake, replacing Drew Willoughby. We'll get that name for you on this 2nd down play. That's a bad snap, but a whistle blew beforehand. And a false start against Westlake. Kirkland Mishaw is the quarterback. He's the 3rd quarterback in the game. For Westlake. Now 2nd down, 10 yards to go after the 5-yard penalty. Misha out of a shotgun formation. Low snap, got it, runs, got through a tackler, got to the 30, then falls forward inside the 30 to 29. 6 strong yards that time by Misha. And 3rd down and 4 coming up. Clock running. 10 minutes left here in this ball game. Westlake scored 14 points in the second quarter after a scoreless first. Added on 7 more late in the third. That's all your scoring in the game. Misha keeps a single back to his right side. That's Kelly on 3rd and 4. Keeps it himself. Misha running hard. Got a first down. Now he fumbles the football. Oh, he hangs on. They bring him down. That's a first down for Misha. Thought that ball came out of there. He just went down awkwardly. First down for Westlake. Down to the Vela 23. Misha keeps 2 backs. That's Crockett to his left. Kelly to his right. 2 receivers left. Single receiver right side. On this first down play, Misha going to throw. Straight drop back over the middle. Caught inside the 10. Down to the 5. Inside the 5 to the 3. Still on his feet. Down to the 1-yard line. Stretches across. Touchdown. Highlight reel for Mason Magnum. His 2nd touchdown of the night. A lot of yards after the catch that time for Magnum. And that's just his 2nd catch of the night, both of them to the house. Extra point coming up for the Chaparrals. 9:11 to go in the ball game. Good snap, kick is away, and it's good. Westlake, under their 3rd quarterback of the night, puts 7 on the board. Kickoff coming up.
School football doesn't get any bigger than this. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL Football State Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 19th on Fox Sports Southwest and the Fox Sports app.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as the Chaparrals have tacked on 2 touchdowns in a hurry. Closing out the 3rd quarter, heading into this 4th. Now with 9:11 remaining in the game, the Vela Sabercats will be returning a kick. And this is probably non-returnable. Good guess, Joe. Out of the end zone it goes. Sabercats will take over at their own 25. Reminding you, tomorrow afternoon is a 2 o'clock kickoff as the La Feria Lions are right on this field taking on the Lavernia. We'll go on with about a 1:30 pregame show. Might have a guest with me. Nonetheless, we appreciate you watching this game here tonight on the broadcast. Sabercats on first down from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it, and they'll go nowhere. Second down coming up. That was Christian Flores on the carry, and he comes up limping. Heads to the sideline. That's just 4 carries on the night for Flores. Second down and long for the Sabercats. Clock running with 8:42 remaining here in this game. Campbell in at quarterback. Takes a snap. Runs an option. Running play. They give up some ground, and that goes nowhere. Westlake defense turning it up another notch. Zuniga on the carry. All the way back to the 19-yard line where it's now third down for the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela. Offense now down to 57 yards of offense here in the night game. And it's not like they weren't close to connecting on some big plays in this game. Third down here. Quarterback keeps it, fires it over the middle, underthrown, incomplete. And that'll bring out the punting team for the SaberCats. Still 7:40 left here in this game. Westlake came into this football game. They dressed 116 players, my friends. Doesn't take long to understand. That's a 1st through 10th string if you wanted to line it up on a depth chart and you still had some extra players. Snap is away. Punt is away. Takes a SaberCat roll. They'll let it roll down around the 41.5-yard line, and that's where Westlake will take over. Chaparrals up 4 scores. Thank you again for tuning in. And fans, if you get a chance, thank the Vela Booster Club, the Football Booster Club, that assisted us with this broadcast. Understanding we were trying to get the rights fees, and they helped push it over the edge to allow us to get this game underway. Westlake. Misha back at quarterback on first down. Threw for a touchdown pass his last time out. Hands it off this time. Running play, right guard, and that goes for very little. Crockett on the carry. Ochoa in on the stop. This SaberCat team, they went 11-0 for a second consecutive season. And they got some youth coming up through the ranks that are gaining some valuable experience here on this football field. 6:51 remaining in the game. Misha looks to the sideline, gets a play. On this second down play. Rolls out right side, looking to throw, gonna run. Misha up the middle, upended, and down he goes at the 46. Gain of 3. Ochoa again on the stop. Ian Ochoa. And it's 3rd and 6 coming up for Austin Westlake and the Chaparrals. 6:20 to go here in this game. On third down, Misha on a long count. Looks at the sideline as the play clock runs down to 14. Sets him down now as the play clock drops down to 6. Now to 4, 3. At 1, they take the snap. Misha wants to throw. Now he's going to run, hit it in the backfield, and down he goes. Defense makes the play. Eddie Salinas that time on the tackle for the SaberCats. And a 4th down call coming up for Westlake. They'll bring in the punting team. 5:28 and counting left here in this football game. $14-0 at halftime. 2 scores here in the second half. That's all your scoring here in this game, all for Westlake. Good snap. Punt is away. A high kick. Fair catch called for. They'll let it roll inside the Vela 15 down to 10. SaberCats take over after this.
At Boswell Elliott Ford, our service department is top-notch. We have the expertise to service any brand at a price that will make you smile. BoswellElliotFord.com in San Benito. Here for generations.
Back here come the SaberCat offense back on the football field. And they're under the direction of Chase Campbell. Sotelo was a starting quarterback So both starting quarterbacks nowhere to be seen at the conclusion of this game. Pass play, that's over on the right-hand side. Receiver makes a catch out across the 15 to the 20-yard line. Ozzie Garcia with his first catch of the night. Gains 9. 2nd and 1 coming up for the SaberCats with 4:37 remaining here in this game. Campbell out of a shotgun. 3 receivers to the short side of the field on his right. Looks right again. Quick receiver screen. This time it's blown up. Defenders all over that play. Garcia made the catch, but no chance to get out ahead of that. Loss on the play brings up 3rd down. And 3 to go. Told Sotelo may have exited the game with a collarbone injury. 3rd down play, running play for the SaberCats. That's enough for a 1st down out across the 23 to the 24-yard line. Carry by Aaron Alvarez. And a SaberCat 1st down with 3:34 left here in this game. Campbell directing the show. Drops back, swings a pass right side again, trying to set up that receiver screen, nothing doing. Gain of a yard or maybe 2. They go back to Garcia. Two-yard gain. For Westlake, they'll be trying to figure out what the extent of the injury was to their starting quarterback, Taylor Anderson, who went down on the final drive of the first half. SaberCats on 2nd down. Running play, and that goes for nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more for Alvarez. 2:31 left here in this game. 3rd down coming up for Edinburg Vela. Flores checks into the game. Lines up behind Campbell in the backfield on this 3rd and 11 play. Clock running down to 2 minutes left in the game. And they'll run it this time with Flores. Takes on a tackler, got it across the 25. Short gain on the play of 3. 4th down coming up for Edinburg Vela. With 1:48 left here in this ball game. The SaberCats will bring in the punt team. SaberCat fans who, when you look at this game and you look at this season, this team came light years from last year. It may not feel like it when you've fallen here again in the regional semifinals. This team was competitive, a couple of plays away from being in this right at the break at halftime. Penalty called against the SaberCats. For Austin Westlake, again, they got the victory here. They're going to have more question marks around personnel as they get ready for their next round game against the winner of Brandeis and Hanna, which takes place tomorrow in the Alamo Dome. SaberCats in punt formation. Clock running with 1 minute left here in the game. They'll let the clock drop down. Our thanks again to the Vela coaches for sharing the booth with us tonight, and to the Vela School District and the Edinburg School District for allowing us to broadcast the football games throughout the year. Punt is away. Fair catch made there by Westlake. 43 seconds left. So the season will come to an end for the Vela SaberCats. They'll finish at 11-1. And this team will go to work in the offseason and gear it up for next year. Westlake will be playing in the finals for this region. Can't say enough about the crowd that showed up for this game. They filled the stands on the Vela side, and they weren't just from Edinburg Vela. I saw McAllen, I saw Rio Hondo, I saw Edinburg North, I saw Edinburg Economides, Edinburg High, PSJA, PSJA North. That's just some of the fans that I saw up here in Corpus Christi. Final snap of the ball game, and Westlake will get out of here with a victory. 28-0 the final score. They pitch a shutout. Score 14 in the first half, match that in the second, and roll on here with a victory over the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Again, we're going to go ahead and close down. We got to get ready for tomorrow's game. That means we got to get a little bit of rest. I started this day at 6 a.m. getting ready for all these broadcasts. To all the fans that have been joining us in for all our broadcasts, I ask one thing. Take a look at the advertisers that you saw. And if nothing else, stop by and tell them, hey, thanks for allowing us to broadcast the game and cover these kids. Both teams fought hard. This one belongs to Westlake. Till next time, from Corpus Christi, Texas, Buccaneer Stadium. Final here, 28-0. Joe Bowling for Rio Sports Live. Good night.